This year, my wife and I made a resolution: no more fights. Instead, we decided to embrace open communication, talk through our issues, and never bottle up frustrations until they exploded. On January 1st, we kissed, hugged, and wished each other a Happy New Year, vowing to start 2025 on a peaceful and harmonious note. If by now you have not subscribed to our channel on YouTube, you are wrong. Make sure you watch this to the end because I will be needing your advice in the comments below. Also, be kind to share this video to friends and loved ones who will want to make resolutions like this one in 2025. For the first 3 days, it was bliss. We laughed, shared meals, and enjoyed each other's company. But on the 4th day, our resolve was tested during a house party we hosted for friends. My wife had gone all out for the party, spending hours preparing fried chicken, peppered ponmo, and an assortment of small chops. The party was lively, and the food and drinks were flowing. My friends and I relished the chicken, savoring every bite. Later in the evening, 2 of my friends approached my wife and asked for more chicken. She told them it was finished, but instead of accepting her answer, they came to me, wanting to please them. I went into the kitchen and retrieved the portion my wife had set aside for us to enjoy after the party. I handed it to them, ignoring the uneasy glance my wife gave me. I thought it was no big deal. After all, I was just trying to be a good host. Later that night, after the guests had left and we cleaned up, I felt hungry and casually told my wife I wanted fried chicken. Her reaction shocked me. "Enter the kitchen yourself and fry it because I won't," she snapped, her voice sharp. I was taken aback. Before I could respond, she added, "You act like a fool around your friends, always trying to please them at my expense." Her words hit me hard. In a burst of anger, I shouted back and called her unkind names. But my wife, being quick with words, retaliated with her own sharp insults. In my frustration, I raised my hand as if to strike her but stopped myself just in time. She looked at me with raw fear in her eyes, which pierced through my anger. In a moment of thoughtlessness, I barked, "If I come back and there's no fried chicken, you'll see the animal in me." I stormed out of the house and went to a nearby beer parlor to cool off. As I sat there nursing a drink, guilt crept in. I felt miserable. It was just the start of the year, and instead of celebrating with my wife, I was alone and angry over chicken. I realized I had been wrong. My wife didn't deserve the way I had acted. Determined to make amends, I bought her favorite pizza and ice cream on my way home. When I returned, the house smelled amazing. On the dining table was a plate of fried chicken, peppered and perfectly presented, with a chilled small stout beside it. However, my wife didn't come out to greet me as she usually did. I sat at the table but decided to go to the bedroom instead. There, I found her curled up on the bed, pretending to be asleep. I gently tapped her shoulder and handed her the pizza and ice cream. "I'm sorry," I said, kneeling beside her. "It was the heat of the moment, not me. Please forgive me." She looked at me in shock. I had never apologized first before, even when I was wrong. The old me would have let the fight drag on until she apologized. But this year, I was determined to be a better husband. Her expression softened, and she hugged me tightly. Feeling relieved, I returned to the dining table to enjoy the chicken. Just as I was about to take a bite, she snatched the plate away. "It's cold," she said with a smile. And I added too much spice because I was upset. "Don't worry, I'll make a fresh one for you." Despite my protests, she threw the chicken in the trash and returned minutes later with a fresh batch, served with a smile. As I ate, I marveled at how women always seem to have a reserve of strength and grace. The next morning, something strange happened. Our neighbor's 2 notorious dogs, known for scattering trash bins, were found dead. In case you missed the question, did I just escape food poisoning, or I'm overthinking things? I am in the comments section of this video. If you're giving this story a thumb up, here are more videos like this one. See you in the next one.